darkness the Memorial Day tornadoes left behind came the light of so many of your stories.
All we were doing was praying.
Stories of a community committed to rebuilding. And neighbors showing love to their neighbors.
I have a really good support system with my family and my friends, so.
They are survivor stories we learned, walking the path of the storm. 4 months later, it's hard to believe this quiet northern Montgomery County soybean field is where the catastrophic Memorial Day EF4 twister was born at 10:57 p.m.
When you're talking about a very large, violent tornado on the ground.
As I walk the start of what would grow into part of a 20-mile path with Dayton Daily News reporters Chris Stewart and Josh Schweigert, we came to Brookville's Terrace Park. It was one of the first neighborhoods the storm hit.
The lights flickered, and then they flickered again.
Seconds before their walls came caving in, Kenzie Bonta's family rushed to take cover in the hallway.
And then you hear this really loud, snap of all the power lines.
Where was the hallway, would you say?
Right here. Actually, we were right here.
For this family, like thousands of others in the Miami Valley, their lives forever changed that night.
The whole gable end of the house and the roof was ripped off. All the brick on the front was laying out in the front yard.
Bricks. What some are now using to put their lives back together.
We're just doing the brick. We're bricking the whole house there.
I was in this quiet Brookville community just days after that catastrophic EF4 twister ripped through. Some local residents are choosing to rebuild, while others have reduced down to a slab and are choosing to move away.
We probably will put the lot up for sale and let it go.
For this Dayton Daily News reporting team I'm collaborating with, it's our mission to walk the EF4 entire 20-mile path.
We want to tell the stories of the people who experienced the storm that night and what they went through, and also what the road to recovery looks like for them.
Along the way, our team's goal is to learn from as many neighbors as possible, including Alexis. She was trapped inside her car, just feet away from her parents inside their home, as the storm lifted her off the ground.
My aunt and uncles they said that I was pretty lucky. Most people in the cars don't survive.
And you know what? You look at those people, how they never met him, but still want to pay their respects. As we look now at the procession, you can see there is the medic unit that is carrying Detective Del Rio, as it is going to be going down the street. They have blocked off the streets there. You can even see some people there to the left who have stopped to show their respect as Sky 7 looks off in the distance there, and you can see the officers leading Detective George Del Rio and his body to downtown.
I wanted to introduce you all to Miss Mary. She's an entrepreneur and was a role model to so many, including Derek Malone. He said she helped inspire him to start his own roofing company.
After he left, I said, thank you, Jesus.
Appreciation for a man she helped form.
God's angel, that's right. This is him, God's angel.
Then Malone's team got to work for the woman who gave him and others so much.
Unless the seed go in the ground, it can't produce a harvest, and I think Mary put a bunch of seeds in the ground, and this is her harvest.
Yellow tape surrounds this home that caught fire over the weekend. A 58-year-old woman died in this house fire. As for the homeowner, he was able to escape, but now he's left sifting through the rubble.
William Laird spent his Monday morning trying to pry open a melted box full of important documents. It's all he has left after his home caught fire early Saturday morning.
I got out of there with a white t-shirt and a pair of long johns on, and everything else is gone.
This is video from the scene. 8 fire departments were there to help fight the flames. Laird says he woke up to a home full of smoke.
I woke up and couldn't breathe and couldn't see.
That's when he ran to the closest window and managed to escape down a pole.
Getting out that window right there and down that old TV end tower.
But Laird's cousin, 58-year-old Karen Sadler, was not able to make it out in time.
Called me about a month ago and asked if she could stay with me for a short period, and I told her, yeah, no problem. But
Laird says this home held special family memories.
my grandparents had it. I mean, it's been in the family since 1869 is when it was built. But yeah, just sickening.
Now he's left trying to salvage what he can with hopes of moving forward.
Now, the exact cause of this fire is still under investigation. This is a developing story that we will continue to follow, and we'll bring you the very latest as we get that information. Reporting in Mechanicsburg, Katie Anderson, News Center 7.
In 1 minute, 12-year-old Olivia and 5-year-old Charlie will learn the man inside their school mascot's costume is their dad. But just like they had to wait more than a year for this reunion, you'll have to wait to see the special surprise.
Do I take my boots off?
Senior Master Sergeant Brian Scott Massaro is getting dressed as Swoop with his military uniform on underneath.
Coming back home is me very emotional since my little girls, all I've seen them is through FaceTime and text messages.
At this point, his daughters think they're gathered for a military appreciation day.
If you could grab your flag, we're going to shake a little bit of a tail feather.
As Massaro dances his way through the cafeteria, his girls have no idea they're about to get to see their dad. Not even a fist bump gives it away until this moment.
So wave those flags to show our appreciation for all that he has done.
Was it a surprise? Yeah.
Charlie's hug expressed more than her words could. And older daughter Olivia was baffled by the surprise.
I'm still confused.
But there's no confusion about one thing. This dad is happy to be home.
I saw both little girls in surprise. Charlie was big old smiles. Come here, baby. And Olivia couldn't believe it. I think she was just in shock that I was home. So, but it was great. She loved it. They loved it. Did you like it, Charlie? Yeah.
This video captures the last moments Jennifer Sybach spent with her 20-year-old son, Kane, by his side as doctors rolled him into the operating room.
I was scared when I knew he would do this, because Kane, he loved everybody. He made friends with everybody. I don't understand why somebody would want to do this to him.
Kane Sybach died that morning on October 4th. 3 days earlier, he was shot while in his car along Germantown Pike. His mom says he was hanging out with a new friend.
They have told me that people were after the guy that my son was with, and it was supposed to be him, not my son. So I think he's in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong person.
Nearly 3 weeks after Kane's death, Jennifer says she still doesn't know who is responsible, and no one's talking.
I want justice. I want to know that this murderer is not running around putting other people in danger.
Now all she has is memories and pictures of Kane, along with this teddy bear that has a recording of his heartbeat. Kane was an organ donor.
First I was angry, and I didn't feel like no one deserved it. When you're hurting so bad, sometimes it's better to give, and it relieves some of that pain.
Nurses and staff at Miami Valley Hospital lined the hallway as he made his way to the operating room, where he would help save 2 other lives.
And I stayed with him until his heart stopped. It's definitely nothing no mother should ever have to experience. But I'm glad that I was there and I was holding his hand and let him know that I love him.